I'm cat and I play red. There's a saying that all ginger cats share one brain cell, and every cat gets its one day to have the brain cell. In my experience, a lifetime of owning ginger cats, this isn't true. They never get the brain cell. They're dumb as rocks, and that's why we love them. Both our games that we're going to look at today feature ginger cats. See, there was a link. We have My Shelfie, the dice game from Cranio Creations, and we also have Loot from Skellig Games, which is the official game of Spiel. So we're going to have a look at both of these, both roll and writes, both featuring orange cats. Let's have a quick look at how they play. My Shelfie, the dice game, is obviously the dice game version of My Shelfie from Cranio Creations. It comes in this little magnetic box. We do like those. You've got your little rule book here. We have 4 dry erase boards, pens and dice, so everything fits super compactly. In your turn, you will roll all 6 dice. Obviously, they're 6-sided dice, so we have 1 of each of the symbols, and this symbol here, which is a wild, you can re-roll twice, like you would be Yahtzee. I'm going to put my wild there. Let's roll those again. Okay. I can have up to 3 groups. So I could, in this case, put my wild with that one or that one. But I think for now I'm going to keep it with the cats. So I'm going to mark off 4 red cats. I'm going to mark off 1 book and 1 meeple, and turn would move to the next player. If at the end of a turn I've completed a row or a column, so let's say I complete this column, my opponent must then mark off every space on the same column, and they can no longer play on that column. If after my rolls I can't go because my board's too full or I've messed up on my rolls, I must choose a row to mark off, and I can no longer use that. The game ends when a player has got 2 rows completely marked off, either circled or crossed out, play to the end of round and move on to the final scores. Now you're going to score the numbers shown up the top here. So in this case, this column would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Oops, upside down numbers. However, you can only score a row or column if you have at least 3 marks in it. So here, this would score me 8, but I wouldn't score anything for this shelf here because I've only got the 1 marked off. At the end of the game, the player with the most points is the winner. The other game we're going to have a quick look at is Loot from Skellig Games. This was only available at Essen Spiel and is considered the official game of the fair. Now, the front of the box features Meeps, the new mascot for Spiel. There was lots of Meeps hanging around this year, which was fun. I got some pictures with one of them. This is a true old school roll and write in the fact we have our pad here and we have pencils. I like the paper and pencil because we usually keep the score sheets, but in terms of ecologically soundness, obviously the wipes are a bit better. So I don't know what people's feelings are on that. It's an interesting thing though. So each player will start with their board, a pencil, and this little orange meeple, which is somehow supposed to be Meeps the cat. I think these are his ears, his cheeks, and his shoulder. I kind of wish these were etched because they do look a bit more like an orange blob rather than anything else, sadly. You're going to start with your character on one of the edges of the board. So let's just start with him there. And we're going to roll our 3 dice. Our 3 dice are then going to go on the back of the box here. So we're only going to use 1 dice in a turn. However, this allows you to see what's coming up and plan in advance for it. So the number on the dice is the number of spaces Meeps is going to move. He's going to move around the hall, trying to visit all his favourite stands and buy what he wants from the fair. So for this first action, I can move 3. I'm going to move up 3 and I get to cross this space off. Now you'll notice this is a singular purple space, which means I then get to cross off here. This means I score 1 for the round, so I'm going to put a 1 in there. Like a lot of other roll and writes, we have our grid here. When you score off 3 of these, 2 here, 2 here, and 3 on the columns, you're going to get these bonuses. The columns are going to give you 3-point bonus for each column, and the rows here are going to give you 2 different abilities. These ones here will allow you to plus or minus 1 on your dice roll, and this little symbol here means you can actually move Meeps off the edge of the board and wrap round. So if I was here and I rolled, I moved 6, I'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'd finish there. The nice thing about this is you can actually visit the same spot twice. When you do that, you're going to cross it off and you're not going to be able to visit it from this point onwards, but you don't get the points again. The spaces here with the little Meep symbol, you're going to cross off, and these are going to give you points and or bonuses. You're going to get points for your columns and rows, like most roll and writes. Now, every time you score points in the game, you're going to add it, and you're going to have a current total here. When 1 or more players hits this spot here, they're going to get plus 3 points, and there will be 1 more round of the game. The player with the most points is the winner. Both of these are very cute little roll and writes. My Shelfie, my Shelfie goes up to 4 players. Loot, obviously, because the pad goes up to any number of players. Sadly, the rule book for Loot wasn't great for what is quite a simple game, and I feel like being the official Spiel game, someone should have spent a bit more time on that maybe. It's a very cute presentation, but neither of these are doing anything radically different. The nice thing about my Shelfie is the size. It's nice and easy to carry on, carry off, and there's no rubbish generated. Loot, obviously, is a bigger box. You've got this paper pad. I know a lot of you guys like to laminate them, which obviously keeps it for longer. But that is the 2 Ginger Cat roll and writes we picked up at Spiel. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to click like, subscribe, tell your friends, all that stuff. We'll be bringing more of the games from Essen in the upcoming weeks. Obviously, we brought back quite a bit. If you've watched the previous video, you'll know that. So we're working through stuff gradually. Hope to see you next time when we'll be talking about some of them. Thanks for watching. Bye.